we're in chapter 26 of Genesis. In the last chapter, Esau and Jacob were born, and they grew up, and Esau sold Jacob his birthright, because Esau was the older, so he had a larger inheritance than Jacob, and he sold his birthright to Jacob for some lentils. All right, so let's see what happens. Okay, so there was, in chapter 26, there was a famine in the land beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, in Gerar. And the Lord appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land which I shall tell you. Dwell in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. For to you and your descendants I give all these lands, and I will perform the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. And I will make your descendants multiply as the stars of heaven. I will give to your descendants all these lands, and in all your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws." So Isaac dwelt in Gerar, and the men of the place asked about his wife, and he said, "She is my sister." Wow. Abraham and Sarah did the same thing. Okay, he said, she's my sister, because he thought, lest the man of the place kill me for Rebekah, because she's beautiful to behold. And now it came to pass. Remember, Abraham and Sarah did the same thing when they were in Egypt. Okay, now it came to pass, when they had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked through a window and saw, and there was Isaac, showing endearment to Rebekah his wife. And then Abimelech called Isaac and said, "Quite obviously she's your wife, so how can you say she's my sister?" And Isaac said, "Because I said, lest I die on account of her." And Abimelech said, "What is this you've done to us? One of our people might soon have lain with your wife, and you could have brought guilt upon us." All this is like a repeat, right? So Abimelech charged all his people, saying, he who touches this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. Then Isaac sowed in that land and reaped in the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. And the man began to prosper and continued prospering until he became very prosperous, for he had possessions of flocks and possessions of herds and great numbers of servants. So the Philistines envied him. Now the Philistines had stopped up all the wells which the farmer's servants had dug in the days of Abraham and his father, and they had filled them with earth. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Go away for us, for you are so much mightier than we." Then Isaac departed from there and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar and dwelt there. And Isaac dug again the wells of water which they had dug in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abraham. He called them by the names which his father had called him. So Isaac's servants dug in the valley, and they found a well of running water there. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdsmen, saying, "The water's ours." So he called the names of the well Esek, because they quarreled with him. And then they dug another well, and they quarreled over that one also. So he called its name Sitnah. And he moved from there and dug another well, and they did not quarrel over it. So he called its name Rehoboth, because he said, "For now the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land." Then he went from there to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him the same night and said, "I'm the God of your father Abraham. Do not fear, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your descendants for my servant Abraham's sake." So he built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants dug a well. Then Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahuzzath, one of his friends, and Phicol, the commander of his army. And Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me, since you hate me and sent me away from you?" And they said, "We have certainly been seen that the Lord is with you." So we said, "Let there now be an oath between you and us, and let us make a covenant with you that you will not do us harm, since we have not touched you, and since we have done nothing to you but good, and have sent you away in peace. You are now blessed of the Lord." So he made them a feast, and they ate and drank, and they arose early in the morning and swore an oath with one another, and Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. And it came to pass the same day that Isaac's servants came and told him about the well which they had dug, and said to him, "We found water." So he called it Sheba, where Therefore, the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. Then Esau was 40 years old, and he took wives, Judith, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Basemath, daughter of Elon of the Hittite, and they were a grief of mind to Isaac and Rebekah. And that's the end of 26. So it sounds like they're having a little bit of a hard time. They're moving around. There's some dispute over water rights. And then Esau is having some trouble with his wives, it sounds like. So let's see what happens later on in Genesis 27.